Hey, welcome back to Shaun Spins. I'm your host, Shaun, and this is episode 14. Hope everybody is safe and well, and let's get into the record for today. What? We're not doing a record yet. You got me another TV show? What TV show?
In the vast world of music, some vinyl records are good, some are not so good. A person has come forth that wants to talk about records that are good and not so good. These are their stories.
Really? Just start the show. We have a band from Australia today. Today we are going to review Camp Cope, How to Socialise, and Make Friends. Let's get into how I found Camp Cope. Flip through some channels. Wrong show. Better. Here we are. So I've been hearing about Japanese breakfast, and I was looking more into Japanese breakfast, learning more about Japanese breakfast, and from there discovered the influence of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Started listening to the Yeah Yeah Yeahs a little bit. It had been a while. I come across this cover of a band called Camp Cope doing the Yeah 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 song Maps. Unbelievable. I feel as though their cover is better than the original. An amazing band. One of the things that got my attention right away is the guitar player is using the J Mascis Jazzmaster, the purple one. And I have the same guitar, and usually you see the Squire version that is white and gold. So to see this purple sparkle one, that got my attention. Bass playing in this band is unbelievable. It's really nice to hear a band being driven by the bass. Drumming's amazing. The singing is amazing. Just a great, great singer. So from this clip, I started listening to more of the music. Then I found them on Bandcamp, bought 2 of the albums, and next thing you know, I'm just finding this amazing music. And really glad I found it in this roundabout way. Starting off from Japanese breakfast, wanting to know more about the music, ending up at the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, then ending up at this cover, and then ending up at original music from Camp Cope. It's a great band. Let's get into the album a little bit. And I'll tell you, what a round-the-world voyage to find this band Camp Cope. I sure am glad I did, though. As I said, the first thing that got my interest was seeing and hearing that J Mascis Purple Jazzmaster, and I have one of those, and I don't see them too often or hear them too often. I mean, even J Mascis, I've mostly seen him play the Squire versions of them, not that purple version, which that was pretty cool. And after that, I just started getting into the band, listening to the drums, the bass, the singing, everything. And I was like, this is a great band. So I went onto their Bandcamp site, got 2 records, and the record we're doing is the newer one. So this is Camp Cope, How to Socialise and Make Friends. It's a single record. Here's the back. One of the things that got my attention is the handwriting reminds me of Elliott Smith records, with the handwriting on that. Very, very similar. If I had one complaint about the artwork, the cover almost seems like a 3rd generation photocopy, which is kind of interesting. When I made the graphics for episode 14, I took a photograph and I actually upped the contrast on the graphic I did. It just seems to need it, get rid of some of the haziness, that photocopy kind of feel. I went with the pink and blue. If I'm not mistaken, I got this about a month or so ago. I think the reason I did go with this version, I think it was a little cheaper than another color they had. It was kind of interesting. Either that or I think they might have sold out of the other one. I can't remember. Has a book too. It's nice that it's a full-size book. It's not broken up into 5x5 squares from a CD. It's got lyrics, dedication, and some other notes. I do like that it says lead bass for the bass player. That's kind of cool to see that, because I do feel the bass is a big driving force in the band. Drums too. It's a great band. It's a great band. Listen to both albums. I like having them on where I live. It's nice to have the music going. It just gives a nice feel in the house. Now, I will say, the vocal delivery reminds me very much of someone. And right now, some people might go, who? Two people. First person, Blake from Jawbreaker. Second person, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. Now, some people right now might be saying, Shaun, the vocal delivery and singing reminds you of Kurt Cobain and Blake? Well, yeah, definitely Kurt. There's a lot of emotion in the vocals, and it can go quiet and then it just comes out. Similar to what Kurt did, that, Kurt claims he got that idea of loud soft from the Pixies. Yet, hearing the singing in this album, one can tell there was no let's do another take and see if you can do it better. Like, they put it all out there in these tracks, and that reminds me of Kurt just putting it all out there. And the same thing with Blake and Jawbreaker, but I think more similar, the vocal delivery in certain parts of this is very similar to Kurt. And she's not screaming the whole time, and I don't mean screaming, I just mean this powerful vocal delivery. But when it comes out, that's getting a lot of emotions out, and it's really, really beautiful. There's another thing I like about this band a lot too, is they speak out about things in the world. I'll put a few photographs up on the screen right now to actually show this. Just looking at the fashion here from the band, one shirt, the future is female. Here's another shirt, destroy white supremacy. This shirt says, the person wearing the shirt stands against sexual assault and demanded change. And I'll tell you, that singing expression there reminds me of Kurt again. With the band speaking out about things in the world, they further remind me of Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. Made me think back to Kurt's statement in the copy of Incesticide that was basically taken off the market shortly after it came out, but his particular quote towards the bottom. At this point, I have a request for our fans. If any of you in any way hate homosexuals, people of different color, or women, please do this one favor for us. Leave us the fuck alone. Don't come to our shows and don't buy our records. Last year, a girl was raped by 2 wastes of sperm and eggs while they sang the lyrics to our song Polly. I have a hard time carrying on knowing there are plankton like that in our audience. Sorry to be so anally PC, but that's the way I feel. Love, Kurt, the blonde one. So not only do you have a band making great music, yet you also have a band speaking out for change. And we spoke about some of it with the photographs, and the one t-shirt was speaking out to help audiences so they don't feel like they're going to be assaulted if they go to a concert. So they're speaking out for change about that people should feel safe, women should feel safe in an audience, that they're not going to be assaulted by some random person in the audience. I don't know many bands that do that. I remember Kurt Cobain said something at a show before. HR from the Bad Brains hit someone with a microphone stand that he felt the person was sexually assaulting a woman in the audience. You don't hear of many bands speaking out about this, so I find it amazing that they want everyone to feel safe in a concert. The opening track on the album goes further into something else they're speaking out about, and it's called The Opener. This reminded me of the band L7. L7 did not like being treated like, oh, they're a female band, or they're women that play instruments. So this idea of the opener, you're not that great, you can't headline, you're not the guys, and we're going to make you the opener, or maybe a smaller venue. So they're speaking out about this idea in the world of music, not being treated seriously. Another way I thought of this is in the world of art. Particularly a while back, it used to be the thought was a male artist or a female artist. Ed Harris years ago plays Jackson Pollock in a movie, and there's a perfect example in that. Jackson Pollock in the movie goes to meet Lee Krasner, and he says to her, wow, you're one hell of a good female artist. Not, you're a good artist, you're a female artist. And that's a pretty crappy thing to say. This Camp Cope is an amazing group of musicians. Not female musicians, musicians. And if anyone has an issue with this when it comes to the world of art or music, in music, if you think well, the guys rock harder, take a listen to Patty playing drums with Hole. That'll change your mind. Here's another good example. 7-Year Bitch playing the scratch. That'll change your mind. And here's one more. 1991, the year punk broke. Sonic Youth is good. Nirvana's good in that. Babes in Toyland is way better in that. They are way better than Nirvana in that documentary concert video. If anyone asks which band is better in 1991, the year punk broke, is it Nirvana or is it Babes in Toyland? Babes in Toyland is. Great stuff. The album sounds great too. They sound like they're in the room with you. It doesn't sound very double track, multi track. It sounds very live. Couple microphones in the room and just has this live feel to it. And again, I said it earlier with the vocal delivery and stuff, it doesn't feel like there were 70 takes. Everything is put out there in the take. All those emotions are put out there. And there's a song kind of like that too. It's called Anna. Another one of my favorites on here. Because it talks about getting your emotions out there. Put it in a song. And that's what's said in the song. And they definitely put the emotions into it. It's great stuff. If you get a chance, give it a listen. I recommend the 2 albums. Might surprise you, like I said, about the vocal delivering spots. Might remind you of Kurt Cobain. Great guitar playing. Bass playing is amazing. Like I said, it says lead bass. They're not kidding. Drumming is amazing. I don't think it'll disappoint. The songs, everything, what they stand for, I don't think it'll disappoint anyone. Give them a listen. Well, until next time, hope everybody's safe and well, and be nice to each other.